There we go. And we're live. Okay. I'm going to presume that we're live. Can people let me know if you can hear me? I can't really see the live chat just yet, but cool. Okay, hey Raghav, how you doing, man? So I'm just going to put this out on Instagram that we're live. Just see if we can get a few people in. Loud and clear. Cool. Forgive me for looking like crap. I've just been for a run and it is like it's boiling outside. So I look like crap. 2 seconds. Now let's get. I'm just going to put this onto Instagram now to see if we can get a few people over, and then I'm going to run through using Cine Design. So live now on YouTube, Cine Design. There we go. Okay. In bio. Okay. Let's get. Right. 2 seconds. Yeah, no problem. I just need to get some. There's a few people that probably don't get the notification that I've gone live. And there's a few people I know on Instagram who would want to see this. So just bear with me. 2 seconds. Wait for a few more people to come and then I'll begin. Sweet. How's everyone anyway? Everyone here? Leave me a comment and let's turn that on silent. Okay. Are you wondering about new ones and so on? Just as a warning, my next door neighbour has lost her cat and she's knocking around everybody's houses, so if my doorbell goes I might have to go and chat to her. Okay, how many people we got? We've got a few people. Okay, so Cine Design. How many people know what Cine Design is? Have you used it before? I've had it for about a year now. As in I've been using it for about a year. The same with Cinema 4D. Before I got Cine Design, I'd never used Cinema 4D before. I just watched Matt Workman's tutorials and they're really good. So you watch them back to back, and use the software at the same time. Its tutorials are really good. So let's have a look at that. Okay. Yeah, see, I'm new to YouTube Live. I've been doing Facebook Live, and that seems a little like a lot more straightforward. I've been doing it inside my Patreon group, so it does seem a little bit more straightforward than this. There's a lot more bells and whistles going on with the software I've got to use. But hopefully everything's working. But okay, let's do it then. Okay, so this is a scene I designed last week for a promo that I'm going to be doing, and basically I've opened this up because let's get in. My computer's a little bit slow now. I think it's because I'm screen capturing at the same time. But I've got this open just because I want the characters here, I want to copy and paste them into a new scene rather than dropping in a human and then spending 15-20 minutes on moving them around. So I want to take this this character here who's I've already configured a model to sit down, and I'm probably going to take this chair over here into the next one. So she's called Sean, and where is that chair? Actually no, I'll just take Sean. So now I'm going to go into a new scene. Okay, so how many people are familiar with Cinema 4D? I'm probably not going to go into detail of everything. I'm probably just I just want to show you how quick and easy it is just to drop in some lights, cameras, and do some quick renders. Okay, so first things first, the plugins, Cine Design. Now, at the minute, I'm not sure if it's how I've installed it. I don't know if Matt's going to see this or not, but I'm not sure if it's how I installed it or not. But this is version 2 of Cine Design, I think. There is no easy way of just getting in the white sick wall. So I have to, because this is, you go into the plugin and this is the lighting truck, and then you choose all these different options, but because there's no quick option to get the white sick wall in, I'm going to have to do it this way. It's a dirty way of doing it, but it works. And then that just drops in a white sick wall with a character. I'm going to get rid of avatar Matt Workman. How has that done that? Let's turn the softbox off. Okay, there we go. Okay, so here is the sick wall, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to paste in my character from the last scene. So I've just copied and pasted that over from different scene. As you can see, she's floating in some kind of 3D space. So I'm just gonna get a chair. So what comes with Cine Design as well is Set Designer. So IKEA, he's modelled some IKEA furniture here. He's also done some really quick access walls. I'll put a couple of these in. Table and a lamp. So as soon as you put a light in, there we go. So there's the. If I get rid of the lamp, let me just turn that lamp off. Won't let me. Okay, let me just get rid of that. Really quick walls. These the shortcut to getting these walls in. This is an IKEA table he's modelled as well, but I don't need them. I just need I need a chair. So IKEA, What have we got here? IKEA chair. Which one's that one? Yeah, that one will do. Okay, so build furniture, boom, chair. Okay, now I've just got to line this up. That looks okay. I don't want to do anything too complicated because the render, I don't want the render to take too long. So let's get them out here. Okay. So got a character sat in a chair. Now we can start adding some cool things in. Is everything streaming okay? The sound okay? It's not lagging or anything like that. I can only see your comments, so I can't see myself. I can't see. Let's say there's a character movement. You can animate the characters, but that's another skill that I've not. Let me just save this. That I've not. You can keyframe, so it's all about the keyframing. And what Matt has done as well is he's got some tutorials on his YouTube channel about modeling, like the Fuse characters from Adobe Creative Cloud. This is where I've got these from. In terms of keyframing and animating them, I've not done them. I've not done that yet. I think you're going to need some serious computer power to do that. So let's get a camera in. Okay, Cine Design, camera truck. Okay. And we've got 3 cameras. I'm going to put the Alexa XT. Tripod head, usually go for the O'Connor. Now support, I'll put it on. Let's put it on the dolly, the Fisher dolly, on there, and then let's get some straight dolly track build. So on that, once I try to move this, there we go. So as you can see there, we've got the Alexa XT on a dolly, and what's cool here is I'm just going to rename. It all comes in, everything that comes in around here comes in called CD rig. So I'm just going to rename. That's like the parent folder to camera. So that is I'll rename that to sick wall. Okay, so camera. Within there we've got the track, so we can change that track to 16 foot if you want. I'm just going to keep it at 8 foot, and you can move that dolly along the track, and you can keyframe this. So you can keyframe camera moves, but what you've got to remember is to render a single frame and to render it nice takes some time. So to render 24 frames in a second is going to take some time. So what's cool about this is we've got the camera. There's our camera. We've got the dolly, which we can raise up and down. So I'm going to try and get it about eye level. And then within the camera, I can change the focal length and the white balance. White balance, anything like that, I'm not going to go into today. I'm just going to do a basic run through. Just checking the comments. Cool. Okay, so what's cool about this is here we have the dolly, a character, and the camera. You press this little button over here, boom, straight through the lens. So if I go through the camera and I change the focal length to 85, there we go. come back out, and you can see as I change the focal length of the plane here changes as well. So I'm going to keep it on the 85 and let's have a nice close-up. So I'm just going to change something dead quick in the render settings. This is a new project, so I'm going to change this to HD. And I'm also going to put physical on progressive. Like what I'm doing now is Matt goes through this in great detail, so I don't want to do that. I just want to focus on the basics here. So I'm just going to change the, so here you can see, and then with the track as well, you can see I'm moving the track, the dolly along the track through here, and you see the representation through the lens there. So that should be quite good. That'll do there. Okay, so let's look at adding a couple of lights. Okay, so some really popular lights at the minute are the sky panels. So we're going to so he's also got shortcuts here for frames as well. You've got your 4x4, 6x6, 8x8, 12x12 and a 20x20. 20x20 is good for lighting cars really. So lights, RE, LED. Let's put the S60. So you've got the S60 which can go on a stand, and then you've got the what hangs on truss to this one. So you've got two versions. I don't want to put it on a stand. Don't need a boom. Let's put it on a combo riser. Okay, build. So again, I'm not sure if it's just the way I've installed, if I need to update, but there's a little phenomenon there where you see that initially it didn't look right as it came in, but once you start moving it, everything's cool. So I'm going to give, I've called her Sean because that's a character name in Blade Runner, so I'm going to give Sean some pretty dramatic side light. So as you can see, it's come into the browser here as another CD rig, so I'm going to change this to the S60 Sky panel. Okay, there it is. So you click the Sky panel and then we have all the controls. We've got pan and tilt. I'm just going to pan it on her a little bit there, and then I'm going to turn the light on. So as soon as I turn this light on, because there's no active lights within the scene right now, it's just the viewport light, so you can see everything here. But as soon as I turn this on, there, you'll see the only light in the scene is this one. So there's through the lens. I'll turn the light off. There we go. So what's cool about this now is I'm just going to break the screen up, select the Sky panel, I'm just going to move it, and you can see over here as I move the Sky panel around, like all these the windows split up into four here, so you've got a side view, front view and a top view. So this just means, so let's just try and change this. So you can see here's a dolly, here's our character facing the camera there, and this is our Sky panel. So if I was to click this, come out of the camera, and then choose the Sky panel here, you'll see as I move it in this panel, it's moving over there. So that is why when I move, you can see the light changing on the face. And this is just in the viewport. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to render this and see if it's going to take a while. I don't know how long this is going to take, basically because I'm using like a screen recording thing, so I don't know if my CPU is going mental or not. Sorry, Raghav, what's that? Which button? You can hear my computer started to go a little bit crazy now. So I've put physical render on, progressive, and it's taking its time actually. I didn't think it was going to be, I didn't think it was going to take this long. Yeah, so I've got progressive render on, so I can see it progressively render out. But it's taking its time here, so you can kind of see there's a face. It's still really dark. The shot, we need to add more light to it. Okay, right, I'm going to stop that. I'm going to just change out. I'm going to go into standard. Let's just see if this makes a difference. Which button to go to the viewfinder? Oh, okay. So over here in your camera, you've got your Alexa XT Plus with the little camera icon next to it. There's a little checkbox here on the right hand side. Push that straight through. Oh man. See, I'm running like a maxed out iMac, but it's 4 years old now. Christ, 4 years old. And I think because I'm streaming and because I'm recording the screen at the same time, that's probably why it's taking its time. Iced coffee. Really nice. Okay. I think it was quicker last time. Anyway, so yeah, so I've got a maxed out iMac here, but it's the GPU and the graphics card. I think that really, I'm not technical in that aspect at all with computers and rendering anything like that. Like I said, I've only been doing this like a year, but I'm thinking of. Well, I've been looking at the Razer Blade laptop, and that seems to have a really good graphics card, which could, I believe, run the Octane renderer, which Matt says he's hoping to get Cine Design on, which means it's just real-time lighting. So I could push the preview button and a little window comes up and it's just boom, done. Whereas now if I've got a complicated lighting setup, it could usually take me maybe about 15 minutes to get a nice clean render, and obviously that gets, I've done renders that are like 2 to 3 hours long, just because I've got so many lights going on in there. So what I'm gonna get rid of the sky panel, and I'm gonna put in some other lights. I'm gonna put a spot in. Yeah, and I'll put a frame in as well and see the difference. So, lighting truck. Okay. Are there any analogues of Cine Design on the market? Can we replicate a set house? Or is it just limited studio? No, you can do you can build anything. So what CineDesign is just a plugin, and it's just the cameras and the models of you know, of grip, lighting, and cameras. Whereas Cinema 4D, that's where you can model whatever you want. You can go on to there's a website called, I think it's 3D Warehouse SketchUp, and again Matt like points to this in all his tutorials, and you can just search for brick wall or brick house or 3 walls, and you can download them and then merge them into your projects, and you've got other people's models of the things that you want. So what Matt has done is he's done a wall, he's done a couple. Yeah, so what I'll do, let's get rid of, let's get rid of this wall, because I think this wall is, it's a little bit, you can modify this a bit more, and do the doors and the height of the doors. Yeah, okay. Okay, if Matt does watch this, I'd like him to be able, because right now we can only do, we can only add one window into this wall. I'd like the option to put in, duplicate the windows. Let's do that. Okay. Okay, let's look at. Okay, I'm going to look at maybe firing a light in through this. So yeah, so Raghav, yeah, you can build whatever you want. I'm just using the sick wall basically because it's the simplest thing to do here. And I thought if I was to start adding in more props and more walls and furniture, that the render time would increase. So I'm going to get rid of this wall and just keep it basic, because I kind of want to do some renders and just show you what they look like. So I'm going to put a light in. Okay, let's get to the lighting truck. Okay, let's get a hard light. So again, we've got Mo Richardson, you've got space lights, light panels, Kino flows, dados in here, chimeras, breezes, and apertures. That I think these are the new. Oh, they're the panels as well. Okay, I think there's some new stuff coming out. So I'm going to go for the Aries. Let's go for a T2. No, okay. Let's go for a T5. Okay, and let's put it on a. What we've got. So we've got lighting. Look at these trucks here as well. These are really cool. Goalposts. Mega Boom. Let's get it on Combo Riser. Again, I think there might be a new update to this. I might have an old build here, or I've not installed it properly. Maybe I just need to look at this. So we've got. Let's just rename that to Ari T5. Okay. Pan this round. Let's get the stand. We can increase the height. And with that, let's just tilt that down. We can also spot flood. Go halfway there. Let's have a look. And if I turn the light on, and let's have a look at, see if I can render this out, see what this looks like. I've seen CineDesign being used by Matt on a tutorial where he's created a bedroom. That's why I've asked if he's including them in the CineDesign practical lights. Right, so he has included, he's modelled some practical lights, some IKEA lights. In terms of the bedroom, I've not seen that tutorial, but I imagine he's just used he's included walls, like that wall that I came up. So maybe he's just, built the bedroom out of the walls. And I don't think it's basic furniture. Okay, I understand including in the package, but the website, the 3D SketchUp warehouse, I think it's called. There's so much furniture and so much different types of things on there that you can just download, and you can, and it's free, and you can just download and create your own library of stuff you want. Okay, so it's freaking out. So I'm gonna try and see if this helps any. Let that do that down there, and then let's have a look. So there, again. So changing the flood and spot. You can see we've got a nice little Rembrandt triangle going on there. Let's stick about 20 degrees. Okay, how's this doing? Okay. See, yeah, this is rendering, but it's taking its time. And again, I'm sorry, it's the I might need to look into the preferences of the screen capture and then the preferences of Cinema 4D and just see if there's something that I can do. This is actually great. I've never really knew CineDesign was capable of this much. I think it's high time I should buy one. Seriously, I got asked yesterday. I don't know if you were in my my live stream yesterday, but somebody said, at what level of cinematographer should I be to start using CineDesign? And I wish this software was around 15, 16 years ago, because I think you should use it like immediately. Because as you can see, it just gives you access to a load of lights. You can pretty much do anything you want and see the results pretty well. Not right now, you can't see the results of it because my computer's freaking out. But you can do tests with these. You can do tests with lights that, okay, I've got a job coming up. Which light should I use? What do I need? A soft light? Do I need a hard light? You can do that in here and just see like the results like almost instantaneously. Yeah, you're right. Let's try and I've never really done anything low res, so I'm not too sure how much this might make a difference. Let's try again. But yeah, my suggestion is just to use this every day. If you're not doing anything, if you've not got a job, yeah, do you know, you are right. I'm going to turn my I just turn my external drive on and see if I can render. Yeah, this is kind of working a little bit. Is it a little bit faster? Let's see. Okay. I didn't think I'd be doing this. Where can I render to? So I wonder if my render settings, if I render to, how do I choose to send the render files to a different location to where they are right now? Do I need to save it to save the project actually to, let's try that, save as, and I'll put it on, in fact I'll turn the wrong thing on, there we go, and I'll save it, save as, just wait for my hard drive to pop up, there. Okay, let's just do that. Test that, and then let's render. In fact, put that on, and physical. Physical usually is better. Okay, right. Let's try. That seems to be going a little bit faster. Okay, that's working. So because I'm on progressive render, it's gonna gradually get better, but immediately you can see like the effects of that T5 what is it, 20-degree spot? Very moody. There we go. Very moody. So there is another tutorial as well from Matt on how to just change the model slightly on the character to make the eyes reflective, so you can actually see the catch light, you can see the effects of the lights that you're going to put in. So you can see this is really moody. This is a really hard light. It looks kind of cool, but her hair is just obstructing her eye. But yeah, this is cool. Okay, so we figured out how to do some faster renders. Cool, so what I'm going to do is just change the angle of that light so it's proper side on. Pan that, there we go. Can you see? Even in the viewport looks quite good. Let's just have a look at that. So what I'm doing now is super basic. Like, you can make this as complicated or as simple as you want. But just the ability just to, you know, okay, I've got nothing on today. Well, let's see, you know, what the difference on somebody's face, a hard light, a RET5 or a sky panel is going to do. And usually you'd be like, well, to do that I need to get a model in, I need to get studio time, I need to find a studio, I need to get people on board. And with this is crazy. Like, if I had this like 15, 16 years ago, I don't know where I would be. But this is so cool. There we go. Okay, so you get the idea. Right, so let's come out with that. And then what I like to do is I'll render that out through the lens, and then I'll also render this out, which is like a blown out blueprint, and I'll send this to my, if I've got a job, I'll send this to my gaffer. As you can see right now, okay, so because that light is so harsh, all we're seeing is our character there, and we're not actually seeing the camera, we're not seeing the light. So what I tend to do is, if you do need that, I tend to put an area light in. Where's that? I'll probably put it over here and just turn it down to about 60%, and then that hopefully there you go. So you're still getting kind of the effect of what this light's doing over here, but because the area light's on, you're getting to see the rest of the scene as well. And with this, then I can label this up to what the light is. I can label this up to what camera and lens we're on, like the length of the track, the distance, because this is cool as well. Let's choose the camera. So we're on an 85mm, so we are, what are we? You see just down here, 6.8 feet, 7 feet away. So I can now label that up and say I want the camera 7 feet away from the subject on an 85mm, and I know that I'm going to get that or close to it, and I've not stepped on set yet. So I've sent these plans over to my AC, I've sent them over to my gaffer, and before we've even stepped on set, everybody is on the same page. Now that's really cool. Okay, let's get rid of that light. Let's get rid of that, and let's see what else we can put in. Okay, lights. Let's put in a 12x12. Okay, so here we have. In fact, I think that's a bit too big. Let's go by 8x8. I think 8x8. That's better. And see. So this is an 8x8 frame, which is going to act as our diffusion panel. So there we have diffusion panel. Can we place a 206 or an opal in front of the sky panel? Let's have a look. So just before we do that, I'm just going to put down a this is just so that frame that I've put down is its own light source within this program. So how I mean by that is that there's the 8x8 frame, I can turn the light source on, and that gives us a really nice soft light. But obviously in real life that's not true. You know, you need to fire a light through that or bounce something. If you've got ultra bounce, is to fire something into it. So in terms of like, let's get a light up. In terms of, let's get a T12. T12 because I saw you do it. You said this T12. Okay, so so just in terms of, you know, if we are going to use a 12K, if we are, that's that, so let's pan this round. Sorry, I'm just combo, let's just get this higher. Okay. So basically this is just for like diagram purposes, because once you turn this light on, this frame does not affect, within the program this frame does not affect that. So I would only do this for diagram purposes if I was to send this to my gaffer, if I was saying this is what I want, because as of right now it doesn't accurately represent what that panel would do to that light if that makes sense. So if we go through the camera, you can see the difference here between the soft and the hard light now. Now let's just check some. Yeah, I'm just catching up on the. So you can see that soft light, that giant soft light, is the spill on it is massive. It's going all around the background, but you can see the effects and how accurate that soft light is over the hard light. So let's see if I can do this without leaving this view. Okay, so that's really nice. So like I say, that stand is its own light source within here, within Cinema 4D. It's not how it would be in real life, but you still get an accurate representation of what would happen. So let's see if can I turn, let's just stop that render. If I turn, let's temporarily get rid of the frame and let's turn, there we go. So I've temporarily got rid of the frame, completely made it invisible, and then I've turned on the RET12, and we should, first off, you can tell this is going to be way overexposed, but you'll be able to see the difference between a hard light and a soft light. Yeah. There we go. You can see here how hard that light is, and I just think that's really cool. Let's turn the frame back on, and then turn the T12 off. There we go. Okay. So what was your question? Can we place? I'm not too sure if he's got any modifiers for the. First off, let's get the 120 modifier. Yeah, I'm not too sure. Quartz bank medium, I'm not too sure if that won't fit on there. So not all modifiers are on there, but I know Matt he's adding so much stuff. Even truss as well. He's going to be adding truss in the next one, which is, although it's not going to make any actual difference to your renders when looking through the lens, but on your expanded like blueprints, it's just going to look really legit when you start rendering that out and you're sending, and your clients are seeing that for the first time. I've been using this a year. I've got a job coming up with 4 days pre-production where I'm going to get paid to use this software. And that's crazy. Like it's working that well for me that clients and directors are all impressed with it. That I've got pre-production time to do. To work within this software, so that just it's a crazy good investment. You know, not only it's like I was talking yesterday about in the essential pieces of equipment that I've got. Like my light meter is probably my best investment, but I'm not getting any return of investment on it other than it's making me better at my job. I can't charge a day rate. I can't add that onto my day rate for coming along with a light meter, but it's making me better at my job. Whereas at the same time, Cine Designer is making me better at my job, but I can also get a return of investment on it, and it's not even that expensive. So have we got any other questions? Is there anything else you want me to put in here and have a look? So usually what I do here, I'd also put in, let's go into the grip truck. Let's get the T-bone in. Cool. Okay, so we've got 12 by 12 here. Not that you can take this on every job because it's so bloody big. It's probably better with a 4. Do you know what? Let's put the 4 by 4 in. That's probably better. There we go. 4 by 4 floppy. There we go. Cool. Let's get this in. One thing as well, you become quite a perfectionist when you start working in here. Okay, so now let's have a look at, should we put a little bit of backlight on her, like a hair light, and I'll probably put that on a boom. Okay, so let's go on a lighting. Okay, hey, no problem, it's cool. Okay, light, let's get a, what have we got? We've got a soft light there. Should we put something a little bit harder? What have we got? What's the lantern? Oh, sweet. We've got a China ball. Okay. I'm just going to put a... Let's do something big so we can use the Mega Boom. Let's put in... Oh god, I am so indecisive. Let's put... what should we put? Should we just put a little sky? Okay, there's the cut. That's an LED for now. Let's put that on. In fact, no. What can we do? Let's do this. Let's go Mega Boom, and just for the sake of I'm trying to see. The reason why it says old here, because this was like version 1 and then this is version 2, so I'm not sure that I've installed this properly. I probably need to there we go, combo Mega Boom, and then let's get rid of that. Okay, build. Okay, so this is just purely, I'm doing this purely because we can't, oh hello, what's happened there? Okay, let's start again. Okay, plug in, Cine Design, lighting truck. See, that's never happened before. Of course it happens now. LED. We need to underhang stand. Combo Mega Boom. Let's see if that works. If this doesn't work, we'll try something else. That could be. Yeah, that's freaking out. Let's try again. Sorry I missed you live yesterday. I was at a shoot, different time zones. Yeah. So where are you from, Raghav? Remind me. I'm just gonna. Do you know what? Let's get a Kino flow on there. Mega Boom. Combo Mega Boom. Build. Let's not try to freak out. Okay. Yeah, why is this doing this? That is odd. Okay. Well, let me just save that. And I'm just gonna quit. I'm just gonna reload. Just every now and then, sometimes things like that happen. I found if you just save it up and then quit and then just come back into it. No, okay. So I save that in that drive. There we go. Okay. Okay, we're back here. Let's try. See if it doesn't freak out. Okay, light. Keynote flow, under long 4 foot. Mega, boom. Okay, build, done. Don't freak out. Whoa, freaked out. Yeah, he's just gone into the sky. Okay, so I've got a feeling that I've not installed the second version properly. I'm going to speak to Matt about that and see if there's anything I can do. Okay, let's just get a dado and let's get it on a little. See if this does it. So yeah, so there's something wrong with my version of the Mega Boom, which is odd. So let's cool. Okay, so the dado, just rename that dado. Dado, let's pan that light around and then let's see about hitting, let's expand that view. Dado, spot that a little bit more, and am I hitting, it should be about there. Let's try that. Okay, let's see what this dado does. Okay. So we'll just render this out. So we've got the 12 by 12 frame, giving us a nice soft light. And are we hitting anything with that dado? Do I need to move that dado closer? Maybe I do. So Matt also does a little tutorial on how to make the hair better, because I found that like the edge light or a kick or anything doesn't really show up as much with these Fuse models' hair. So he's done a tutorial on how just to mod, so you can see that hair looks really crap. It just looks like sheets of like plastic, where he has done a tutorial to make the hair look a little bit more realistic. Okay, I'm just gonna come out of that view and we're gonna go, there we go. See, I think my computer's freaking out a little bit. Okay. So bring it out, bring it a touch closer without going into shot. Let's just pan this. Just have to come around a touch. Okay, pan. Let's see what that does. Let's see if that makes any difference. Let's render. So I've not really used the modifiers, but it seems that you've got some chimeras, some just soft boxes that are going on there as well. I need to do some tests on them, to see if they actually make a difference to the quality of the light, or if they're just there for like cosmetic purposes. Okay, do you know what? Do you know why that light's not showing up? Because I didn't turn it on. Boom, there. I'm an idiot sometimes, man. Okay, let's go back to original position, and then I think we need to dim that light as well. Okay, there we go. Let's get the stand up a bit. Let's just try and get Let's try and get a hair light on her. Okay. Okay, so dado, tilt down. There we go. Let's flip that a little bit and let's turn that down. Let's dim that to about halfway, half power. Okay. Let's try that. Just let's see if that makes a difference. Might still be too hot. Yeah, there's too much on a nose there, so let's just, I just need to pan that. Oh. Where's my data? So this is what I love about this software, is you can just play around and just yeah, okay, just there, and let's just see what that looks like. Sometimes this doesn't really show up in the render, but if it does, I can fix that. So this is rendering it so much quicker now, because what I do is I've got my laptop and my desktop, so I sync all these up into Google Drive onto the folder, which obviously uses my local hard drive. So it just means if I'm working on here, every time I save it, it's in the Google Drive folder. And then if I go out somewhere, I pick up my laptop and then I can open up that scene and just carry on working on it. Yeah, see, there's the hairlight. The downside, obviously, that we've seen now is that the render time can be quite heavy on the local drive. So you see how cool this is, just how much you can play. There you go, this is the progressive render, just getting better every time. And if you want to get into more details, you can change the you can add reflections, catch lights in the eyes, and Matt has done a tutorial on how to do that. And I think once you've done it once, you might be able to maybe save a preset, or just to make it quicker the next time you do it. So the idea really is to make your character infuse, import it into Cinema 4D, do your clean it up, get them into different poses, put the reflective eyes in, save that Cinema 4D file by itself with just the character, and then start building your library. And then once you start doing new scenes, you can just merge in them characters in them poses with all the cleanup done, with the reflective eyes, and so it's just spending that little bit of time initially just to get just to make your life easier further down the road. I don't know what that is down there. Like I say, this program kind of makes you a perfectionist, so this kind of crap, I don't know what that is. But there, you can see, just putting a dado down, getting a nice soft look here, and then a little bit of a dado there for the hairlight, and it's starting to look cool. So let's expand out of that. So then what I would do I would then render that out. Just check. Are you from India, Mike? Yes, sorry, Mike. I know you keep telling me. Like, I've probably asked you 1,000 times where you're from, and I've just got a bad memory. I'm sorry. So there you go. Like, couple of lights down, and once that's fully rendered, I would then draw around these and say, okay, that's a dado, that's what, 7.5 feet away at a certain angle. I'd write all these next to it. That's it. Your T12, you know, that's a bit overkill. Going through a that's an 8x8, 8x8 frame, 40-degree flood, 40-degree spot. Camera's 7 feet away from the subject. We're on an 85mm lens. We've got some negative fill coming in, and I'd write all this on here and then save it as a PDF and then straight through to the crew. Okay, so that's looking pretty good. Okay, we got any questions? So I think I'm going to wrap this up now. Like I say, it's only a basic little look at it. Okay, what else have we got? What else could we put in? See, we've got your low hats, your high hats. We've even got, like, this is crazy, like, director's chair. I use the folding table. I put it in and just, that's where catering can go, and then I'll blow these out into the blueprint and print them off and then label, like, catering can go over on this table here. I've modelled it in Cinema 4D. So what have we got? Yeah, we've got the DIT, we've got the director's chair, which is cool. So yeah, if I put the director, could be sat way over here looking at the innovative Ranger, man. This is cool. And our director is checking out the video village just here. And what you could do, you could drop in your director. So I've done this before. You could drop in your director there and then render out. See what this looks like. And to go one step further, I've done this in the past, is I'll render that out and then I'll render out the scene through the lens, and then I take those into Photoshop, and then I would add the through the lens render onto these screens, onto the video village here. And you know, people love it, man. Like, directors love it, producers love it, and it's just these little touches, things like that, which just kind of, you know, set you apart from everybody else. And by doing this, and as you know, as that Octane renderer comes out and this becomes part of that, things are just going to get faster. You see, this is really taken no time at all, and I'd say this is going a little bit slower than normal because I'm recording the screen at the same time and streaming live. So there we go. See, that's cool. I mean, I've done this. That if I was to do this without doing a walkthrough, I could probably do this in about 5 minutes. See what light does what. You can even add in. You can even put in space lights. Put space lights in. You can add in truss. Put space lights on. See what they're doing to your scene. It's just, this is really cool. Okay. I'm just reading the comments. Is there anything I've missed? Are there any analogues of CineDesign on the market? I don't know what that means. I'm going to presume you mean like different versions of it. Okay, so you could probably find on different websites people who have modelled stands, maybe some lights, and you could drop them in and you could maybe do something along the lines of what I've just done here. What you won't be able to do is find those lights and then that they've been modelled and then throw out the appropriate light for the model like they would in real life and get the effects on your character's face or in an area or whatever. This is only, you can only do this with Cine Design. And to answer some questions I got yesterday, I think if you're just starting out, if you're just if you're aspiring to become a cinematographer or an editor or whatever, I think jumping on this software now and using it every day, get familiar with it, it's a game changer, man. See, yeah, that looks great. Alright, you can add haze as well to the lights, which I haven't done yet. Let's have a look. Let's add a little bit of haze. Okay. Okay, questions. Normally what light modifiers? I've answered that question, I think. So what is that haze button doing? Probably not much because I haven't. Page brightness. Let's go crazy. 5%. Okay. Let's see what that haze button does. And I'm going to call it a day after this one. There you can see already, yeah, you're getting the streak of light. This is going to be kind of cool if you want to replicate the sun coming in through windows, so you could create a scene with your walls and then put your T12 outside, add some haze to it, and you're going to get some light streaks. This is ridiculous. Like, 5% is obviously too ridiculous, but you kind of see like how it could be used. And that's, again, just by the click of a button. That's crazy. Let's see what it looks with 1%. Okay. Cool. What I've got here, I'm coming out through my webcam here, which isn't the best quality. I haven't got a microphone either. Like, my camera bricked itself a couple of weeks ago. I'm waiting for that to come back repaired, and then I'll have a look at getting a decent microphone. So that's not really doing much, the 1%. So it's, finding that middle ground. Okay. Well, I'm going to wrap this up for everybody that's here. If you've not, it's doing a little bit now. Okay, so if you've not checked out my Patreon, check out my Patreon. It's up one of these corners, or is it down below me? Maybe it's probably down below me. Patreon.com/Mike Staniforth. I'm doing a lot more live videos within the Facebook group, so I've got a private Facebook group going, and that's for $3 members of Patreon and up. There's a good community going in there. I think we've got close, maybe over 60 people now, doing live videos, doing like live Q&As. Sorry, I'm still rendering as well. That looks quite cool. But so I'm doing live Q&As and whatnot, and just really helping, like, trying to get that community growing. So if you've not signed up already, sign up. I'm going to be doing more YouTube live. Once my camera comes back as well, I'll be doing more like polish videos that I have been doing. But other than that, this has been fun. So cool. I've got to figure out now how to stop this. But thanks a lot, guys.